Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. Broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM Clear Channel Studios, iHeart Studios, and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, we are about to talk to Paul Gill, CEO, Lomiko Metals. And ladies and gentlemen, sit up, take note. This is going to change the world, what this company does with this new, well, it's really not new, but it's the new applications for graphene. Paul, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. Let's back up a little bit. You've got some amazing stuff. I'm all over your website. I've looked at your product and the uses for your product, and it's just amazing. And yes, I did watch the video. I was very impressed with that. Let's get a little background on who you are, and then get into the company here in just a second.
Sure. I've been in public business and public companies for about 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of change in that period of time. We've worked in the copper business and sold a copper mine down in Peru in about 2011, and we saw gold run. We've seen oil run, so I've really got a good shot at looking at what commodities do. And now I'm looking at some of the technology that is derived from some of those metals, and I see some incredible changes coming, and we've all seen incredible changes in the last few years as well.
Lomiko's metals. Tell us what you do with this company.
Yeah. What Lomiko does is that we look at areas in which new metals can be applied, and technology can be derived from the metals that we have. We looked at lithium, look at cobalt, look at graphite, and we really caught on with graphite. Graphite exploration is what we're doing right now. We're taking that material, using a lab to convert it to graphene, and using that material in technology.
Okay, this is breakthrough stuff, using graphene. Scientists have known about it for a long time, but now it's finally coming to market. Let's drill down into that and give our audience the applications here.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the graphene itself, not too many people have heard about it. This material is completely made out of carbon atoms. It's 200 times stronger than steel. It is a hexagon shape like a chicken wire, which gives it this incredible strength. It is electrically conductive, thermally conductive, meaning that it retains heat. So it's got a wide variety of applications. Now, there is 11,000 patents that have been filed on this material since 2004. And it's won the Nobel Prize for Physics. The two people that have worked on it in 2004 won that Nobel Prize in 2009. So it's a material that can have incredible applications. Every Fortune 500 company in the world is probably working on this material.
All right, give us the applications, though. I mean, you can put it through a 3D printer and come up with amazing products, from batteries to cell phone. And I don't want to, take the conversation on my own, but walk us through those applications, sir.
Yeah. What Lomiko has done is worked with a lab in New York, Graphene 3D lab, supplied them with the base material graphite. They've been able to coat a plastic wire with this graphene material, enhancing the filament that goes into a 3D printer. Now, what you do is you take 3D printing, which is a disruptive way of making stuff, and use a material that can be almost anything, and you can make just about anything with it. They've been able to print flashlights. They're looking at printing a lithium-ion battery. They're looking at printing electronic devices with this new type of material.
All right, I saw the video, and they had a little block of it, and it was sitting on top of a flower. And then higher up in the article, you've got a clear piece of plastic. So describe to the audience the ramifications here of using this material. I mean,
Well,
not just... Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, imagine a material that can take any form that you need it to be. It can be super strong. It can be light. It can be absorbent of heat or water. But the most disruptive and most interesting applications are in electronics. You can make a cell phone out of this material. You can replace silicone with this material. And this is something that everyone can search on the internet and look at the various applications. We have Lockheed Martin looking at filtering seawater with graphene. So I think it's one of these materials that comes along every once in a while, and applications come along every once in a while that will just change our world. And I'm not kidding about that. I think it's going to change the way we make products, the way we use products, and how those products react to our environment.
Let's talk about some of the costs right now. We've got about 3 or 4 minutes left in this segment, and the cost to get it to market. I mean, because there's all the normal base metals that people use to build cars and planes and trains and all of the commercial applications. Let's bring that in there so that the investors get an idea of where we are on going to market and the cost to make new products with us.
Yeah, right now. It's very expensive to make. It's made in a lab. It's $100 to $200 per gram of material. So it's very expensive. However, as we find ways to mass produce it, we're going to see that cost come way down. And one of the ways that we've been able to produce this on a mass scale is to use graphite as a base material. Mm-hmm. We mine that graphite, Lomiko Metals does, in Quebec. We're able to take that material, it's a special type of graphite called flake graphite, and use the proprietary methods that Graphene Labs has developed to convert it into this other form of carbon graphene. And that's, I think, the way we can reduce the cost for consumers to be able to benefit from some of this fantastic material.
This mining process, is it hard to find the deposits, and is it open pit? Is it hard rock, meaning shaft and so on?
Yeah, there's a number of deposits around the world.
Okay.
And I think that what you have to find, though, is something that's very near surface, very high purity, mm-hmm. and has a high percentage to keep the cost down, high percentage in the ground. So we're looking at areas where there's 22 or 23% per ton. We're looking at areas that have, after a small amount of processing, provide 100% or 99.99% carbon purity and good crystalline flake size. And these are the attributes that we're looking for. And so it's not expensive once you find the right area. And that's what we're looking for. Now, there's no mother lodes when it comes to graphite. There's no huge deposits out there that can feed the world supply or requirements. What we're looking for is 6 or 7 of these nice little pods areas that we can mine and process. And that's what Lomiko's doing right now.
All right. Now, you're publicly traded. What exchanges are you on, and what are the symbols?
Right now, we are trading under LMR in Canada, Lomiko Metals, mm-hmm. LMRMF in the United States on the OTCQX, and in Frankfurt, we also trade under DH8B.
Okay, the reception from the industry seems to be, like you said, every Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies. They're all putting money into this. Let's talk about the future, 2013 milestones, and then the future for Lomiko Metals on the other side of the break. All right?
You bet.
All right, we'll be right back with Paul Gill, CEO, Lomiko Metals. changing the world once again on our show. We'll be right back.
From the North Texas Traffic Center, an accident in Dallas on 35E northbound at Manna Drive has that right shoulder blocked off and seeing some delays pack up from around Northwest Highway. In Arlington, a new problem has that left shoulder blocked off 360 northbound before Arkansas Lane. We are seeing some heavy delays from 20. And in Grand Prairie, we still have that disabled vehicle taking up your right lane, 30 eastbound just after Beltline. Those delays are stacking up pretty heavy from Bush Turnpike. I'm Heather Anderson with your KFXR traffic.
For times when you can't hear live traffic reports on your radio, download our new Total Traffic app. Get the simplest view of traffic conditions all around you. Available for iPhone and Android, the Total Traffic app is the easiest way to see the road ahead.
Hey Dallas, where do you go to hear the edgiest uncensored talk and cutting-edge local music? DeepElmOnAir.com. Whether you're looking for a good laugh, honest sports commentary, or DFW's best bands, DeepElmOnAir.com has got you covered. Deep Ellum on Air is located in the heart of Deep Ellum, where you can find the best local music, local businesses, and local people. This ain't your grandpa's radio. Heck, it ain't even radio. It's Deep Ellum on Air. Check them out at DeepElmOnAir.com today.
I'm Dr. James, founder of Diamond Physicians, a concierge medicine practice located in Dallas, Texas. Our Diamond 360 Advanced Physical Exam has been created for people like you who live a high-stress, fast-paced life. Every 40 seconds, someone in the U.S. experiences a life-changing heart attack or debilitating stroke. Negative stress tests and normal cholesterol levels do not exclude you. Half of all fatal heart attacks occur without warning. Diamond goes beyond traditional medicine with the Diamond 360 Advanced Physical Exam, proven to prevent heart attacks, strokes, and diabetes. Contact Diamond now at 214-395-3491. That's 214-395-3491. Or visit our website at diamondphysicians.com to take the Diamond Challenge. If your Diamond 360 reveals perfect health, receive a full refund. Your loved ones will thank you.
Call Big D Cats Catamarans for fun corporate events and private parties. Come celebrate with your special clients and build your team. Bring up to 85 of your clients and friends for dinner and dancing on the yacht, just minutes away from your office at Pier 121 Marina on Lake Louisville. Come sailing, golfing, target shooting for a fun yet elegant evening and cruise. You have to see this beautiful 70-foot catamaran. Check out the website at bigdcats.com. And to book your event today, call 214-705-3772.
Would you like access to an accredited investor audience that can take your business to the next level? We have the most diverse demographics in the DFW Metroplex. Men and women changing the pace in the new economy today. Get ahead of the competitive curve by advertising on our new drive time slot, 6 a.m. to 7:30. Contact us at 214-504-9470 for all your media needs.
From the Mini Cooper Weather Center, today mostly sunny and warm, high of 92. Tonight fair skies, low of 72. This report is brought to you by testwiththebest.com.
Thousands of people just like you have already participated in clinical research studies. Become one of us. You may also receive compensation. Visit testwiththebest.com to apply today.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. Broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeart Media and Radio Studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, I'm joined on the show right now with Paul Gill, CEO, Lomiko Metals. This company is going to change the way the world uses material to build everything that we touch. Paul, I can see that this is going to get into everything. So what I'm getting from trying to connect the dots here is we could, through this new material, graphene, did I pronounce that properly?
Yes.
Okay. We would be essentially winding down petrol products to make plastics and all of the other things that go in there and be able to eventually start substituting graphene for this in a I'm sure that's going to take several years, but eventually there's going to be a switch of materials on this basis.
Yeah, I think there's a number of things and industries that it's going to disrupt, and the applications are just as important as the implications. The implications are we no longer need to go to China to have electronic products produced. We can set up a 3D printer in our own home, have an electronic program that prints out exactly what we want, any electronic device we want. That saves an incredible amounts of time and effort from making that product, assembling it, and shipping it to your door. It's a whole different concept.
Yeah, I can.
So I think that itself is going to be fantastic. Think of plastics, the kinds of things and pollution that plastics have caused. It was a revelation when it came in the 1960s. It was huge, changed everything. Everything went from glass to plastic. Now we can get away from plastics and potentially use this material and recycle it much easier. It's made of completely carbon. It's something that we can take and use and then recycle very easily.
And obviously the carbon footprint is minimal using this stuff. Real quick before we get into the 2013 milestones and then a look forward, the laboratories that you use to take it from graphite form into graphene, are you able to set those up on site, at the mining site, or are they something that requires, say a pristine location that would be more in an urban area?
No, it's something that we can set up right near the mining site. Right now, of course, the know-how and the people who are able to make the conversion happen, they're located in New York, in Long Island, and we ship material down there when we can. And but the eventual idea is you mine it, you process it, you create a product right where that mine is, and it's the key element in this whole picture. The big problem is that when we create 3D printing materials, it's really about distribution of those materials, and then people can do anything they want with them. So it's not about the printers anymore; it's about that materials, and this is what companies like Canon and other people who make normal printers now have got us on. They sell us the printer, but we need the ink on a constant basis, and that's where we're going to create a real business out of supplying that material that's needed for those 3D printers.
I can see that. Let's talk about the milestones that you've accomplished, and then, if you would, take us into the future.
Sure. In 2013, what we've done is created an alliance with the laboratory graphene labs. We actually signed an agreement with Stony Brook University in Long Island, New York. We created two products. One was a plastic wire that was coated with graphene material, and the second one was a graphene supercapacitor, which is a high-end battery that can be charged and discharged very quickly. Those two things happened in 2013. In 2014, we actually went and launched the 3D wire company, which we called Graphene 3D Lab, and it went public in August of 2014 and is now trading at about $2, about $150 million market cap.
Symbol?
That symbol is GGG in the United States. It's just listed on the OTCQX now, and we should see some really good gains from that one because it is the only opportunity for people to invest in this type of technology. The other people doing it are Samsung, Stratasys, Emiris, all multi-billion-dollar companies.
The look ahead, where do you see this going?
Well, what Lomiko would like to do is to repeat that same catalytic opportunity by creating new companies that invest in graphene technologies. The next one that we're contemplating is this graphene supercapacitor project that we've developed. We want to do the second phase of that project, and then after having a product developed, get it out there on the market, in the supercapacitor market, and try to make an application in electronics, such as for electric vehicles and for cell phones, so you can have a battery that charges very quickly instead of having to wait around for that vehicle or your cell phone to charge. It's charged instantly.
When you say instantly, give me an idea. What do you mean by that? I mean,
within 10 or 15 seconds.
That's going to.
That, I think, is going to. Everyone needs one of those.
Yeah. I can imagine the applications there once you start commercializing it for bigger items, trains, planes, automobiles, things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of science and engineering that will go into that. We're at the very start of this, the kernel of this idea. But we want to license it to other companies once we've developed the actual product. We want to license that intellectual property to other companies that will eventually focus on various different markets. Think of golf carts. Think of anything with electronic devices, medical devices, motorized wheelchairs, etc. There's a number of electronic devices, battery-driven right now, that need this type of new product.
Now, the strength, the textile strength on this. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, the graphene material is strong simply because of its actual atomic structure. You're looking at 6 carbon atoms arranged in a hexagon formation. So it's like a chicken wire, and you can stretch and bend it, but it gets incredibly strong and stiff as you get to the outer edges of its stretching capability, and it won't break. That's where it gets that strength from. Now, the applications are maybe not in steel bars or anything like that, or graphene bars, but imagine a paint with this material that can add super strength to some other material. You can take this graphene, create a paint out of it, and paint it onto aluminum, paint it onto iron, paint it onto other things, and you're creating some very strong materials.
Wow. Richard, we've got to bring the interview to a close. I want to thank you very much for being on the show, but before you go, please, stock symbol for all the exchanges.
Yeah. Lomiko is traded on the U.S. exchange under LMRMF, in Canada, LMR, and Graphene 3D is GGG on the Canadian Stock Exchange.
And the website, lomiko.com. Paul, thanks so much. We'll have you back soon.
Thanks very much.
My pleasure. Paul Gill, CEO, Lomiko Metals, lomiko.com, and special thanks to 1-800-publicrelations.com for all their PR and media support. We'll be back again tomorrow with more great content.
Thanks for listening to today's program. The Traders Network is a production of Yorba.tv LLC and is streamed live and archived at yorbamedia.com. We invite you to listen live, join in the conversation real time, and link to the Traders Network on the Yorba Media website. All opinions in this show are that of the presenters or their guests, and not of this station's owners or management. These opinions are for educational purposes only and should not be interpreted as investment or financial advice. All investments involve risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Tune into the Traders Network every Monday through Friday afternoon here on 1190 AM.